Hey everybody, welcome to Workforce Gaming. I'm Brad, here with Doug.
Hey.
I finally got around to playing Ys 10 Nordics. So,
Yes.
why are you laughing already?
Because I just realized that Ys and Yakuza are both games that I played initially, really tried to get you into, and then you had no interest in them. And then when you did finally get into them, you just went played all of the games, and I just never touched it again. I played Ys Oath and Felgate.
That's
I was
true.
like, this is the best game ever made. And then I played maybe one other Ys game, and you played five of them.
Yeah, yep, that's about how that went.
Yeah.
So, weird thing about this game, and I played this game over the course of about 10 months, which
I
is
was
really weird,
wondering.
and I never do this. So it was kind of weird playing through this because it's a little bit different experience than I normally have. I am a very much I'm going to sit
Mhm.
down, I'm going to play a game. When that game's done, then I will start my next game. And
Which
when
is
that one is
insane.
done,
Yeah.
then I will start my game. And I play one game at a time. And maybe I might
Yeah.
have something like a Street Fighter or a Mortal Kombat or a Madden or something in the background that I'm kind of just, I'll play an hour of that
Yeah.
here or there. So initially, I played the opening demo of this, which did oh yeah, you can play the first 5 hours. Play the first hour. I
Yeah.
was like, this game is amazing. Wow, this is incredible. When it came out, something else, I don't even remember that this Mike was last November. Something else came
Mhm.
out, and I was like, oh, I'm going to play that instead of Ys 10. And then it got to the point where it's like, well, I'm not paying $60 for this thing. I'm waiting it out.
Yeah.
So I waited out until it was like 20 or $30, bought it, played probably another 10 hours of it, and then Death Stranding 2 came out. So I stopped, and then Donkey Kong Bonanza came out. It was just one of
This
those
might
things.
be how normal people play games as opposed to where we
And then,
eat oh, we're gonna beat a game in a week or whatever.
that is true. That might be. So maybe this is a more authentic experience of oh yeah, I played 5 hours of it, then I waited 4 months, played 10 hours of it, then I
Yeah.
waited another month and a half. So that alone in this, I think of the last three. So 8, 9, and 10 are all very much kind of ran on. I don't know if it's the same engine, but look like they're ran on the same engine, same visual style, same
Yeah.
combat systems with slight tweaks here and there. And I felt like this one, especially when it comes to the story, had the weakest. And I think that might just
Oh,
be because
interesting.
I was so disconnected from it. So it gave
Yeah.
me a little bit of a different thought on it because a lot of what I've read about is people love story. Oh, yeah, story's good, story's good, story's good. And I was just like, it's just boats, man. The story's just boats and islands.
It might
We
be
went to
it
that
might be a good
island.
story for an Ys game. Had you considered that?
Okay, this is not going to be you dunking on Ys the whole time. No, thank you.
Ys stories are not great. High
8
level.
is great. 8 is great. 8 is great.
Okay, fair.
9 is funky, and this one is just kind of whatever. But anyway,
Yeah.
yeah. So the story is basically Adol gets stranded on an island,
As Ys games start, as
and,
every Ys game has ever started.
as everyone starts, and then basically you get bound to this other person on the island, Karja, who's the other playable character, and you basically get bound and linked together where you can't be separated from each other. So
Okay.
normally in an Ys game, it's basically Adol gets stranded on an island, stranded in a place, and he can't leave because his boat breaks or whatever. There's some reason that he can't leave that place. So the reasoning for him sticking around in this one is that he's linked together with this person and cannot be more than 30 feet away from them at any point.
Yeah.
So he's basically stuck there to go, okay, what's the issue? And then while you're kind of figuring out how'd this happen, monsters come and burn down your village that you're stuck in.
Mm-hmm.
Very typical JRPG, your Final Fantasy VII scenes, those type of things.
I didn't say anything.
And then and then what you come to find out is that all these monsters are secretly people. And that's kind of
Okay.
where this interesting thing happens is that all the monsters are actually people. So what you initially are doing is you're going around and Adol and Karja are the only two people who have this power who can turn the monsters, because they're linked together, can turn these monsters back into their people, which I actually
Yeah.
thought was kind of an interesting thing. And then it just kind of goes into all right, let's go find the people. Oh, there's 3 bad guys. We got to beat the 3 bad guys. Okay. Once we beat the 3 bad guys, it turns out they were working for the main bad guy. You know what I mean? And then it just
Yeah.
all right, we're rolling. So there's obviously more to it than that. And there's some history, there's some family stuff, there's all that kind of stuff that comes in here, but it just felt to me that it didn't have quite as much strength as the other Ys game stories do. And to
Sure.
your point 3 minutes ago, that's not saying a whole lot because these are not admittedly great stories.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess is my question though with at least trying to save people. Do you save people by first beating the shit out of them with a sword, and then you use some sort of magic thing at the end when they're knocked out or something?
Oh yeah, they get their big health bar. You beat the shit out of them, and then they do the double over and then you walk up and purify them by holding X, and they goes whoa, and then they're what happened to me? Why did I get here? So
That's
you
funny.
get exactly
I
what
was
you
gonna say
expect.
they couldn't do away with the ease combat. That's like the best part of those games. That cause the
Yes.
combat stuff is
So
always so good.
that's what draws me to this series so much. Is just it is so much fun to play through these where it's like hack and slash boiled down to just, you know what, it just is just smash it a bunch. You've got to dodge, you've got to block, you've got some like hyper combo moves, you've kind of got everything you want. It always feels so good, and East 10 is no different. It feels just as good as 8 and 9 do to kind of stick with the games that are in the same combat system. You can switch back and forth between the two. So one of the newer things in this one is specifically bosses. A few enemies out in the field will have armor.
Hmm.
So I don't know if it's specifically designed this way, but it's definitely how the way I had them spec'd out. Karja does like a ton of damage to armor, so you have to like break their armor bar down in order to
Hmm.
start hitting their health. So it kind of encourages you to flip back and forth between the characters. So like, oh,
Oh,
okay, I
cool.
ran into
Yeah.
this boss. I'm going to use Karja to start with, knock that armor bar down, and then flip over to Adol and just go to town with him to get knock the health down. So there's some
Does,
encouragement
does
there to be able to switch between the characters.
does it still have the same? I know, like in the previous games, it didn't really have like fire, ice, or whatever. It had like different attack types, like bash, strike versus slice or something like that. But like I remember, like the older games had that. Like that's how they did their weakness system. Was that like the type of attack? Is that have a similar one here, or is it just like armor versus just like normal damage?
It's kind of more just like if the two stats that every attack that or every skill that you get will have like I think it's strength and break stat.
Oh,
So like
okay.
it might
So
have
it's
like a
yeah,
4 on strength and a 1 on break, or a 5 on strength and a 2 on break. So I think that's kind of that shifts over a little bit here. I don't think there was really much done with, like all the different types and everything like that, like some of the other games have. It
hmm,
was kind of focused in on that, which again, I think each one of these takes something and does something a little unique with that combat system while holding the
hmm,
basics of it. And I think that's kind of why I like playing with these. 9, you had the transformations. So every single one of them has something that they're going to play with to make this combat system a little bit different without
yeah,
touching that fundamental, holy crap, are these games fun
yeah.
underlying thought.
They feel great to play. There's a
They do.
snappiness to that combat that is just like a lot of other action RPGs I feel like don't even have that like level of snappiness. I feel super arcadey for a
Yes.
40-hour game or whatever, which is really cool. Yeah,
20, 25. That's the
20
other thing I
sure.
like about these games is they're not 40-hour games. I think
Okay,
I clocked this.
I
I think
guess that's true.
I
I
think
guess
I
the
clocked this
few I
one
played
into
were
like
not that long.
23. I think
Yeah.
eight's pretty long, but 9 was only like 25. This is like 20, 25. So
Hmm.
they're nice for a JRPG, action RPG, whatever you want to call it. I think they fit a really nice spot of like, okay, you are not overstaying your welcome. You don't
Sure.
have the story to overstay your welcome, and this is
Fair.
right where we need to be here.
Why is it called Nordic?
That was a good segue. So it's called
Oh,
Nordic
okay.
because you're on a boat all the time. The boat combat in this is basically you island hop because unlike other games, Adol is not stranded in one single location. He's just connected to Karja. So wherever they go, they go. So you can kind of go from island to
Yeah.
island as you're going through here. Not much difference in island in terms of setting or climate or any of those
Sure.
kind of things. They're all just kind of, your
Fair.
beach island, whatever. But in between there, you have to drive the boat to get there. So you have this boat, which is basically a pirate ship because Karja is a pirate princess. And as you're going through, you do ship combat. And I don't like ship combat. And luckily,
Sure.
this has minimal ship combat if you want to. It very clearly designates like where there will be a combat thing if you want to do it. And it probably makes you do,
Yeah.
10 or 20 of them. But without really investing in any, because you can level up the ship, you can add attacks, adjust cannons, you can do all that kind of stuff. There's lots of customizable stuff with the ship. I ignored all of it because I don't really care about ship combat at all. And I was able to pretty much blow through it pretty easily. Even like the last like ship combat boss wasn't too bad, but it's
Hmm.
it's essentially just you float around and then you make your boat go sideways so you can shoot your cannons, and then you run away and then you come back around and you shoot. I'm sure people like ship combat. I don't understand the appeal of it.
There's there's got to be a more fun way to do that because like that is every single ship combat game. It's like yeah, it's like there's got to be a better way to do that. I have no idea what it is.
Nobody's figured it out yet because I think that's Black Flag. I haven't played Skull and Bones, but that's what it looks like.
Yeah.
Sea
Yeah.
of Thieves, I think, is that.
Exactly.
But anyway, so that's kind of again part of the mix up here is that you get to do that. It does make the game feel a little bit bigger because I think a lot of times with these games, because like in 8 you're on one island,
Hmm.
in 9 you're kind of in this 9 you're like in jail in this town and you're stuck there. So it makes it feel like a little bit of a bigger world because you are going to all these different islands. There's different factions. There's different groups. All that kind of stuff. So,
yeah,
it is a good game. I liked it a lot. I don't know. I think everybody should play an Ys game.
Everybody should play an Ys game. That is absolutely
you
true.
should play an Ys game. I don't think it matters which one you pick between if you want a modern one, 8 or 9 or 10. They're all similar enough. Once you do one of them, you can instantly get which each of the other ones are about. I think 8 is head and shoulders better, but they're all kind of similar. So everybody should play it. I don't think there's anything here that's like, whoa, they're going crazy with Ys. It's like, no, we made another solid Ys game. Go play it. Love it.
Yeah.
Adol wrote 100 books. We're through 10 of them. So get ready for another 90 Ys
That's
game.
a good point. That's a great setup, by the way. If you want a franchise, just tell the setup isn't the setup for all the games that Adol wrote a bunch of books, and then you're just going through the books. That's correct. That's how it works.
Yeah,
right?
he wrote 100 travel logs of his adventures at the end of his life, and each game is one of those travel logs, so one of his adventures, and there are 100 of them. We are through 10.
Nice.
So when we're 175 years old, we'll be knocking out Ys 100 and finishing up and figure out what Adol did.
Exactly.
I don't know. They all go in different order too. Just for fun, out of curiosity, I looked up the timeline for this thing. Like, I'm like, okay.
Oh, it's crazy.
Can somebody concisely explain this time? You can't. Like, they're all just like, he was in this island, and like some way or another, these 3 games were all when he was 21 years old, but they're all giant, massive.
Yeah. It's
crazy. But anyway.
Yeah, it's nuts, yeah. And like I know, like, and then the Ys 1 and 2 are like totally different, sort of weird things in and of themselves. Yep. Like the game is like goes through like these very. The game started in the 80s.
Yeah,
it's like a very different game now than it was in like 88.
This series is like 40 years old.
Yeah.
The series is older than me, but anyway.
Yeah.
We are Workforce Gaming. Subscribe to our channel. Leave a comment below. There's a link to support us on Patreon as well. We'll see you later.
Bye.